Now, I find this fascinating, the topic of how often should I intermittent fast. And there's so many questions, how long should I do it? But many people, I have periods when I do it every day. I know many people that love to do it every day. But there's three very knowledgeable people that I like to learn from who don't recommend that. And I'll talk about this. So I'll start with Ben Greenfield. He's incredibly knowledgeable. Dives deep into the research. He interviews a ton of experts. And he actually does an intermittent fasting window of only 12 to 16 hours. Or 14 to 16, I think it's 12 to 16. That's nothing crazy for those of us that have been doing it for a long time. That's very easy to do. But when you think about intermittent fasting, it is a stressor to the body. And we know that hormesis, right, a stress that is beneficial to our bodies, it has a ton of benefits. Your body has to adapt. Your body does need to get healthier and stronger to be able to deal with that, to be able to do that. But he talks about the idea of not putting your body under too much stress. And of course, he has a very holistic approach. He does a ton of things in all areas of life, not just nutrition, but sleep, recovery, everything. But I think the fact that he's in incredible shape and he does a lot of tests on himself, and I remember a test talking about his biological age, and I think he's turning 40 this year, and the biological age test said he was like in his 20s or something like that. That's incredible. He looks incredible. He has a ton of energy. That's very interesting. For those of us, so I've done OMAD, I do kind of like the warrior diet type of thing, and we like to push the fasting window. A lot of people that follow Amun Ra, I forget if that's how you pronounce his name, who does OMAD and incredible shape, we think that we need to push the window out as much as we can so that we can get all the benefits. But look at Ben Greenfield. He's getting incredible benefits and he doesn't do that long of an intermittent fast. I can't remember right now, I should have looked it up before making the video, but I can't remember if he does it every day. He might not. Can't remember that, so if you can post that in the comments, that would be amazing. Then, Thomas DeLauer. Very deep into research. He's incredibly knowledgeable as well. He does shorter or longer intermittent fasts. He talks about longer fasts. He talked about everything, right? He doesn't recommend to do intermittent fasting every day. And that's very interesting. He's in incredible shape, and I know a lot of people talk about genetics and all that. I get it. But the fact that him and whoever, the person I'm going to mention next, don't recommend intermittent fasting every day, it's very interesting to me. Very interesting. Because I feel great when I do it every day. A lot of people that I know feel amazing when they do it every day. People that do OMAD every single day, some people feel incredible and get amazing results. But I think it depends on where you're starting, how much detoxing and healing and strengthening of your body and every organ and system you need. That might depend on what you would benefit from the most. So it's incredible that someone like that, he talks about maybe doing it 3 or 4 times a week. Very interesting to me. Very, very interesting to me. And then Dave Asprey. Whether you agree with his approach or not, the bulletproof diet and all that, whether you agree with that or not, he's very knowledgeable, does a ton of research, has done a ton of experimentation on his own body. Same thing in all areas of life, not just nutrition, but the mental, emotional, and the sleep, recovery, every area you can imagine, he's done a ton of experimentation. He does an intermittent fast every day. I heard an interview with Mind Valley. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Vishen Lakhiani and Mind Valley community. He did an interview where he talked about he does it 3 or 4 times a week, the intermittent fasting. And I know he has a bulletproof coffee in the morning, so some people talk about that brings you out of a fasted state, but it does keep you in ketosis. So I know there's a ton of different topics we could talk about within that specific point, but he also talked about that is a stressor. Intermittent fasting is a stressor in a way. It's a very good one, but it is a stressor. So if you have a ton of stress, right, whether that's physically, if you're healing from a lot of things, if you have a lot of health challenges, whether it's mental, if you have a lot of stuff going on at work, which is the mental emotional aspect, right? A lot of stress at work, a lot of things going maybe wrong at work, or a lot of pressure towards you from your boss, from co-workers, or anything like that, with your family, with your partner, if you have a ton of stress there, if your sleep sucks, you want to be careful of how much you're using any kind of hormesis, any kind of stress, to get to a level of better health. I do believe, in my opinion and experience, even if you have a lot of stress, a little bit of these healthy stressors, which is all about the dosage, right? The dose. If you do a little bit, it's beneficial. If you're already stressed and you do too much, you're going way too far. But if you do a little bit, even if you're already stressed, I've seen in my own life and with people that I've worked with and helped, it does bring you to a place where you're actually healthier and stronger, and you can deal with whatever stress you already have in your life so much better. So I'm not going to tell you, like, if you have a lot of stress in your life, don't do any kind of intermittent fasting. That's not my point of view, my approach, but you can do whatever you want, of course. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just share things that I learned to see if it can help you. That's it. But the fact that these three people who are incredibly knowledgeable, who get incredible results, whether you agree with their approach or not, it doesn't matter. If you don't like the keto diet, that's fine. If you don't like whatever, that's cool. But it's very fascinating to me when I see many people who are getting great results have a very similar idea. So I just wanted to share that. But I have a question, because I love learning from you. What's your point of view on this? Like, what do you think it's best? Is it best to do it every day? Is it best to take some breaks here and there? Like if you do it every day for 3 weeks and then take a little break or something. What has worked best for you? Because I love the science and the research and all that, but I'm fascinated by your experience. I feel like we can learn so much from people's experiences, because in theory, in paper, in a research study, it looks beautiful, and then we try it and it might be different. So what's your experience been like? I'm so curious. I would love to learn from you. I would appreciate it if you leave a comment. Hope this helped. Have an amazing day.